Hey, what's up, YouTube? What's going on with you guys? What time is this? 8:39. Headed to my second job. Started early this morning. Next job is a stove, cooktop, right front burner not working. So I just got to see what's going on. Just wanted to make a quick video today. Somebody asked me a question on my Instagram on if I did seal systems, because they don't ever see me put any seal system repairs on there, and I told them no. I think I put this in the video already, and it's not that I haven't done compressors. I want to say when I first started learning, within the first 6 months I learned how to do compressors. I just went out with my boss and went with him on a couple. Then he started making, I already knew how to solder and stuff like that coming out of high school, doing electronics and working with my dad and doing a little plumbing. So I already had a little idea how to do that. It was just the process, recovering the Freon, vacuuming it, all that stuff. I learned pretty early, and I used to do compressors a lot in the early days of me working. I want to say around about almost 7 years into being with the other company, we kind of redid our redid how we would do jobs, and at that point we just had 1 or 2 guys doing compressors only. Me, I guess I specialized more in appliances, and I was just better at so I did most of the appliances, the bigger stuff, the transmissions, the spinner assemblies, the spider supports, all those, changing those, and so it made more sense to do it like that. So now, as when I started my own business, is a couple things that don't work, or not couple, it's just microwaves, and I don't do seal systems. First off, with seal systems, I don't get enough per week to really, warrant why I don't do them. I don't even say I get 1 per week. So, but when I do, let's just say I do get 1, I have 2 guys I can usually call and get the job done. So, and I'll just, sub them to work. That's just how it goes. Microwaves, I don't get too much microwaves anyway at all. I mean, I think I got 1 COD microwave, but that was just changing the panel. So taking them down from the oven, I don't, over the range microwaves, I don't do it. It's not that I used to work on microwaves all the time, especially when I used to do a lot of combo units. I used to do a lot of combo units back in the day with the microwave on top and the stove at the bottom. So that's just my choice. When you're starting your business, you can work on everything. My whole thing is that time, and how it was put to me back when I was working for a company is time you can do a compressor, you might do 2-3 jobs, make the same amount or more money, which made sense. That's why, I had no problem not doing them anymore, because I kind of missed it. When you do a compressor, it's kind of like, we used to call it ass time. Like, we just, take our time. It's not like you're doing so much, you got to take your time and get it done. Like yesterday, I did a gear case for a Whirlpool washer. I mean, I'd rather do a compressor than do a gear case on a Whirlpool washer any day. But, that's how it goes. And you can make good money without doing that. That's the whole point of this video. He asked me, can you make a good living without doing that? I'm like, of course. I want to say the last COD compressor job I got, it was an older unit, so they didn't even want to pay to get it fixed anyway. It all depends though. This newer stuff, yeah, they're gonna pay to fix it. But too, if you're doing warranty work and changing compressors for warranty companies, you're not gonna get the money you would charge if you did a COD, pretty much. Sometimes it depends on which warranty companies you work for, but a lot of times, and that's why the last company I did work for, before I left, they pretty much stopped doing compressors for warranty companies. So, to each his own. That's just them. You never know. I'm just putting my 2 cents out there to give you guys, some guys only do washers and dryers with their company. I mean, it is what it is. everything besides the refrigerator, you know, you gotta, I mean, if you don't do the seal system, that's one thing, but you gotta, if you work on refrigerators, you gotta know everything and how they, if you don't do seal systems, you at least need to know how seal systems work. You know, which line, I mean, especially if you're putting tap valves on them, which line you need to put the tap valve on, how much ounces Freon needs to go in the unit if you're charging it up, because I do those. I charge them up all the time, depending if the customer wants that. It's usually to keep it going for a little longer, and then it all depends on how slow the leak is, and that's that. So a lot of times I was gonna start to repair leaks or change evaporator, but I'm like, it's just, I might as well change compressors. So I mean, but to the guys that, you know, do everything, you know, you gotta when you're rescheduling jobs or scheduling jobs, and if you get busy, you have to really evaluate what's going to make you more money in the span of a day. So I tend to like jobs that are less than an hour, you know, or I want to say most of my jobs are less than an hour, majority. I mean, minus me doing like a gear case, you know, a transmission, whatever you want to call it. You know, I don't do those every day. I don't do those once a week. So, you know, any other part usually will take less. You know, even changing motors and dryers or motors and dishwashers or washing machines, they usually, I want to say about an hour. I mean, depends on how you have to move it in and out or whatever, or the accessibility of it might be a little more, but, or if you run into some snags, like when I did the transmission yesterday, and I was taking the drive hub assembly, you know, those, it's not the plastic ones, the metal ones, so the screws were just, they were not, I got 3 of them out, and then 3 of them I had to pretty much drill it out and extract, or have extractors. You need those because you'll run into those all the time, so I had to get that. That took me a little bit more time than I wanted to, but got it done, got paid for it, and that's that. So that's all. I didn't want to make the video too long this week. I appreciate all the subscribers, all the people, you know, leaving comments. I enjoy them, and business is going good. I'm consistent still. You know, I always bring that up because there are some times where there's going to be some downtimes, and whenever it happens, I'll let you guys know. Luckily, summer, from my experience, summer has never like been really a downtime for me, but this summer is the first summer I actually took more time, you know, to spend with my family and stuff like that, so, which worked out. Yeah, like I said, it's been years. So all the guys that are working their butts off and years and not getting vacations, that's pretty much how I was. I had to make sure I provided for my family, and, you know, that's how I was just raised. But yeah, it's not easy out here. You gotta try and do whatever you can to stay consistent, get your name out there, pass your cards out. Whenever it gets slow for me, I try to look on any free platforms, like Craigslist or anything like that, to try to just get my name out there, you know. Luckily, I did a lot of that in the beginning. Yelp, anything that people search appliance repair for, that you can, you know, get a free account with. That's the main thing. I did that, and these warranty companies, they do serve as a stepping stone to get you out there. But I watched a video as the appliance boot camp. If you're in appliance repair and you watch appliance repair videos, there's not a lot out there, but I was watching his video, and you don't want to be dependent on the warranty companies, because like he said in this video, you can get dropped at any time, or you cannot, you know, however they want to feel, they can go out of business, who knows. But you don't want to depend on them to, you know, give you a living. Yes, right now I want to say for me personally, it's kind of 50-50, but I'm working towards being 80-20, you know, having more COD than warranty work. So that's the goal. That's always going to be the goal, and that should be your goal too, because, you know, it's not bad dealing with warranty company. You just got to know what to expect, and I guess the only con really is this payment problems, whatever, you know, even if it's taking too long or if they're not paying you properly, whatever the case may be, and or not covering certain things. Because what I tell people is, when things are not covered, I can't make any money, and I'm not out here to pick up service calls from people. So I'm trying to get completed jobs. That's the whole point. So that's pretty much it. If you guys got any more questions, you know, you can always ask me on my in the comments, or you can hit me up on my Instagram. Instagram is probably the best place. It's just the interface of me typing on my phone throughout the day is a little easier. I try to get back with people and answer their questions as best as possible. Like I had a question, I don't know, was it yesterday? But he left me a question on that I prefer a truck or a van. And I didn't want to be too, you know, I guess biased, but I guess I am biased toward having vans, because to me that's just what I've always driven. But I do know guys that have pickup trucks. Like I was telling him in the comments, that when my boss, when his he had a spare like pickup truck that was you know, lettered and everything, that if any one of the vans went down, that's what we would use temporarily until the van, you know, got back going. Because he had an open back pickup truck, and it was a Ford Ranger. That's what it was. And you can't have a lot of parts on there. I mean, unless you have like a top on it where you can get in there and store parts, but still, you don't want to have to open the trunk bed every single time to crawl. I mean, I guess it works. I've seen a lot of people do it. I can't say it's not, you know, because I've never had one, so I don't know what the experience is. But having vans always to me was, I don't know, just looked a little better in my opinion. But I guess not, as long as you have a nice van, truck, whatever. Some people I started off in a car, so it's not where you started, is where you're headed and where you want to do. You know, some people don't want to finance a vehicle. Some people just want to pay for a van outright, and that's what I wanted to do initially. That's what I did initially. I'm sorry. My first two vans, I paid for them outright with money that I made working my business. So this one, I wanted to, like I said before, put in my business name so my business can be on its own and build my business credit and so on. That's another thing, like I said in another video, make sure I'm still learning accounting stuff. I'm learning what's, you know, to write off, what's, you know, it's a lot. So being a technician, that was my main, you know, thing when I was working for a company, being the best, learning. And now it's like you have to keep up with both. You know, you still have to get, you know, keep your technical side up to date, but then you have to get your business side up to date as well, because the more money you make, taxes. That's just how it goes. But yeah, here I go rambling again. Didn't want to make the video that long, but like I said, appreciate you guys, and love the support. And I don't know, to the guys that have things they want to put out there, make videos. That's all I can say. You know, I haven't seen much appliance repair stuff recently every time I search, but I do see a lot of people uploading repair videos. And to the new guys out there, watch all those. I watch them, you know, even though I might know something already, I still watch it to see how somebody else approaches it, or how like one guy, TCA Gill, he's very good at showing, you know, schematics and what pins, what connectors, and you know, those are the things that you want to be, you want to do, you want to make sure you're on point with this stuff. And respect to those guys who make those videos, because they're making them for me too, essentially, because I'm watching them, I'm learning stuff. I might know a lot of it, but you know, it's nothing to not brush up on, and you can always learn something from somebody. You know, there's nothing you can't learn out here every day, as long as you're yearning for it. But anyway, guys, appreciate it, and I'll be back with another one. Take care.